My name is John Wellington. I'm a principal here at LGT. I handle state and local taxes, so think about sales tax, property tax, income franchise taxes, and all the other taxes that occur at the state level. Well, the most important thing to know is that if you're selling tangible personal property, then you're basically required to collect tax unless there's a specific reason why you shouldn't, such as an exemption. And so when you're dealing with that, there's many different industry-specific exemptions, many different issues relating to who your customers are, what they're doing with your product, and if you are in fact believe that your sales are exempt, then you need to make sure you're collecting the right documentation in case a sales tax auditor comes knocking on your door. If you're a service provider, usually services aren't subject to sales tax, but Texas is unfortunately one of those states where they tax a whole host of services across a whole host of industries, and you need to be extra careful to make sure that you know about these taxes. Well, just because a vendor doesn't charge you tax, that doesn't mean you don't owe tax. And that's usually where a taxpayer could get a lot of unpleasant surprises in case of an audit. So for example, if an out-of-state vendor sells you a piece of property, a computer, they might not charge you tax, but you still owe tax on that. Plus, there's a whole host of services that Texas taxes that might surprise you. For example, your cleaning lady, that's taxable. If someone's hosting your website, that's taxable. And those are things that often taxpayers don't know about. Unfortunately, if you haven't been audited in the recent past, there's a really good chance you're going to be audited in the near future. In the last few years, the Comptroller has really beefed up its staff and its focus on auditing taxpayers for sales tax. If that happens, you really want to make sure you have the documentation ready in case they come knocking on your door. Well, when it comes to a sales tax audit, the key is documentation. Documentation, documentation, documentation. So we can help you get that documentation. We can make sure that your processes are in place to make sure that you're collecting it on a go-forward basis. And to the extent you have errors in the past, we could do everything possible to minimize those errors and get everything cleaned up as much as possible for when that auditor comes knocking.